We're back with Brian Keaulana and Todd Bradley, co-founders of C4 Waterman.
Here's the interesting thing about this. You guys are doing a startup, right? You're already busy doing other things, but you're still taking time to do community projects and give back. What are you involved with, and why are you doing that?
To me, it's important, and I really enjoy teaching my kids, like Brian was talking about with regards to what his father. I really enjoy teaching my boys just what it's like to learn the things that I know in the water. And because of that, I see a lot of other children, the same thing, who maybe don't have parents that are that comfortable in the water, but these are kids that really want to enjoy the water, and you can see it in them. And so I became a paddling coach at the Outrigger Canoe Club. And then I got into soccer coach and everything else. But, it's important to me to watch them grow and be like. I have this one boy that for the last 2 years, he hasn't been comfortable swimming, but after practice, it's mandatory that he swims. Well, just the last 4 practices, I have him swim, but he only has to do a little short portion. Well, without me knowing, one day I was looking for him, and I thought, where is he? Usually he does a short piece where everybody goes all the way out to the windsock or something. It's a good swim. And it's like I was kind of worried. And then I looked outside, and there he was. He was going for it. He went all the way out and all the way in. And I was so proud of it, at him. And he was like, I did it, Coach. I went all the way out and all the way in. I said, wow, I'm just so cool. And it's a neat feeling to have kids when now they're adults, and they pass you somewhere, and they're like, hey, Coach, and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. So it makes you feel good. It's just, I don't know, it just makes you feel good. Yeah.
How about for you, Brian?
Well, I come from Waianae side, so there's a lot of at-risk kids that I like to try and target, and get them involved either with the junior lifeguard program or just a one-on-one kind of thing, where maybe I'll get them a bodyboard or a surfboard and just sit down and talk to them. And really, with the kids, it's more about, when I was growing up, sometimes, you see that you're taking chances, you're not making choices, and that's the 2 things that I learned. And I'm trying to tell the kids, you don't have to gamble and take a chance. You get choices, whether it's, peer pressure or, egos and things like that. We come from a society where image means a lot, and with the kids and stuff like that, you got to look at that's their values. It's hard to change those values because that's what drives their behavior. So to change their behavior, trying to drive different values and stuff like that, to be healthy, to exercise, to develop more friendship, to communicate and just talk, because sometimes the kids, they don't like looking you in the eye. They always like look down. If you look in the eye, you like fight, it's a challenge, that kind of thing. To just sit with them and say it's all right to look a person in the eye, and talk. It's all right to make choices and be different, So, that's the thing that I try to share with the kids and stuff, choices.
Todd, you mentioned that even in determining how you're forming this company, you're already thinking in terms of implementing a foundation. That's what you guys had discussed. Can you share maybe a little bit about what the thoughts behind that is?
Yeah, because I think all 3 of us agree we like to give back to the community and do what we can. And, of course, financially, it's always real helpful. And so what we've done is, as we develop the mission statement for the company, we've also have implemented within that it's a foundation, which we hope we can maybe start driving towards as a concept after our first year. I mean, you got to remember, we're only into this company about 4 months, and we are running big and fast and wild, which is great, because our growing pains right now are really huge opportunities that we have ahead of us, and it's just how to implement them. So once we start to get a control of that, it's within our game plan and our mission statement to create a foundation that would give back to the community with regards to a lot of the stuff Brian really has done forth with regards to risk management. And as you can see by he's got some great ideas with how he wants to give back, because I believe it's in the kids. If we can bring the kids around and teach them respect, enjoying the ocean, communication, all those little things, choices, as Brian said, then they'll become better role models for their friends as well. and as adults. So that's what our foundation would be. It would be a water-oriented thing, because I believe, and we all three of us believe, that the water is very healing. It's very, brings you, back to reality, and helps you clear your head, makes your mind right.
Thanks for joining us today on Greater Good Radio. For more information or a transcript of today's show, please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com. This is your host, Evan Leong and Carrie Leong, saying please join us next time for another episode of Greater Good Radio, Hawaii.